We are live. Bears Den, thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having us.
Can you tell us a little bit about this first song you're going to play for us?
We can. This first song is the title track of our album, Red Earth and Pouring Rain. And it's the first song we recorded for the album, and we just kind of explored a few different sounds on it, which we're not really going to be exploring today. But yeah, it's like the first song where we've kind of figured out what kind of album we wanted to make. And so yeah.
Cool. Whenever you're ready.
Sweet. 1, 2, 3.
Can't you hear it in the silence? Can't you hear me calling out your name? I got something burning and coursing through these cold veins. In the words we speak, babe, somehow I get lost in between. When to suffer in silence or to break it all with each breath that we breathe. And I don't want to break it off or break it all, but I can't let it be. I don't want to be the one to call it out, love, but it's all I can see. Remember what we found, love, no one can ever take that away. Remember what we found in the red earth and the pouring rain. Don't you remember love? Don't you remember love? Don't you remember love? Well, I was waiting for a call, but a call never came. So I made my own way. Now I can't find my way back home again. I was stranded in the darkness, begging please don't pin all of your dreams on me. Baby, you can count on me. You can count on me to fuck up everything. Been running forever, love. Forever, love, I've been running away. Now forget what I'm running from. It still scares me today. What I found in you, love, no one can ever take that away. It was something forever in the red earth and the pouring rain. Don't you remember love? Don't you remember love? Don't you remember anything? It's just you and I, love. It's just you and I, love. Don't you remember love? Don't you remember love? Don't you remember anything? It's just you and I, love. It's just you and I, love. Don't you remember love? Don't you remember love? Don't you remember anything? It's just you and I, love. It's just you and I, love. Don't you remember love? Don't you remember love? Don't you remember anything? It's just you and I, love. In the red earth and the pouring rain. Don't you remember love? Don't you remember love? Don't you remember anything? It's just you and I, love. It's just you and I, love. Don't you remember love? Don't you remember love? Don't you remember anything? It's just you and I, love. In the red earth and the pouring rain.
Sounded great. So you mentioned that song was sort of the first, it tied everything with the album together, and you kind of got the feeling that you knew where you were going to be taking the album. What was it about that song that gave you that feeling?
I think we just were exploring loads of different things, and I was writing in a different way to the first album, and it was a bit more like immediate and in the present tense or something. And then when we were exploring all the sounds, it was like the first things we put down were like a drum machine beat and then like a synth, and it was like guitars were an afterthought rather than the first thing. And yeah, we'd come from like acoustic instruments where you have to like play all the time to like keep interest, whereas with electronic music you can often like, or like synths and stuff, you can do less and still have the same effect. So that was just like learning how that stuff works for us, really.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was really interesting, very like educational experience.
Cool.
Yeah.
And can you tell us a little bit about this next song that you're going to play for us?
Yeah, it's called Dew on the Vine, and we wrote it in a town called Hilversum in Holland, near Amsterdam. Christoph's Dutch, so
He knows all about
Holland and stuff. Got any facts about Holland? You?
I like tulips and G's.
There you go.
I like tulips and G's.
Yeah.
What else?
Who doesn't?
Yeah.
It's just bring us back to Dew on the Vine.
Classics.
Tulips, so we got thread. Yeah.
It's going well, isn't it?
Yeah, we're nailing this.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I guess we just wrote it there, and it was just a really, really amazing space. It was like this cool studio surrounded by, like, it's kind of in the woods and stuff. It was really cool. And yeah, it just came out of being there, so.
Cool.
Yeah.
Born to break or to last, is it all in the past? Is that a scar or a birthmark retracing this cold heart? And now I'm all out of thread, and I don't want to die here. I'm chasing echoes in my mind, babe, it's a fine line, and I'm so far over it, and I know it. Beneath it all, I'm still broken. Cut me out, cut it open. I can't do it anymore. I can't do it. But I don't pay any mind to the dew upon the vine. Does that mean that it's not there if I can see it at all? Though the morning light will burn away all the fog the night creates, there'll still be a trace of our love left behind in the dew upon the vine. Nowhere to go or to hide, your only words are all lies. Confiding in your own mind, caught in the cold light. I thought you were better, man. I thought you were better, man. A slip step on a tightrope, faked out by a false hope that things could be alright. Well, no, they're not alright. But I don't pay any mind to the dew upon the vine. Does that mean that it's not there if I can see it at all? Though the morning light will burn away all the fog the night creates, there'll still be a trace of our love left behind in the dew upon the vine. Well, I can't tame my heart. It's like lightning trying to put out a spark. No, I can't tame my heart. You're like lightning trying to put out a spark. I've never paid any mind to the dew upon the vine. Does that mean that it's not there if I can see it at all? Though the morning light will burn away all the fog the night creates, there'll still be a trace of our love left behind. And the driving rain will wash away all the fright and fires I could not tame. there'll still be a trace of our love left behind in the dew upon the vine.
It was great. So I wanted to ask you about, you guys are doing a really cool thing on this tour where you're doing a cover song specific to each city that you're in. What was the inspiration for that, and can you talk a little bit about how it's been so far on this tour?
Well, it's been an amazing experience for us. I guess we wanted to make sure on this tour that, well, and every tour, that you're kind of very lucid and like engaging with like the audience in the city, and that we were in a kind of like meaningful way. And I think we've learned so much like about different like cultures in certain cities or bands that maybe we wouldn't have heard of. And it's just been so much fun doing it. Like, it's been a real education. I think we want to do it more, I think, because it's really cool.
Yeah, definitely.
Cool.
Yeah.
And you have one more song for us. Can you tell us a little bit about this last song you're going to play for us?
Yeah, this last song is called Gabriel, and it's a song that we sort of originally wrote with like banjos and acoustic guitars, and then didn't really use any of that stuff on the album. And then now we're trying to go back to what it was originally. And yeah, it's just yeah. I don't really know how else to describe it. It's just one of our favorites, I guess, from the album. It's really fun to play it like this, and it's fun to play with synths too. So yeah. 1, 2, 3.
It's a part of me, Gabriel, I wish I could deny, a face that I can barely recognize. Well, he lives inside of me every day of my life, and I can hear him screaming in the night. It's just a shadow cast from all the light. Wherever I go, he's never far behind. And in the darkness, I'll lose him every time. In the dark, the two of us combine. But is this all I am? All I ever was, all that he has worn, is all that I have lost. Won't you hear me out, Gabriel? Can't you see the shape I'm in? Just don't leave me alone. Just don't leave me alone. It's a part of me, Gabriel, a stranger in the night, and all I have done, will I ever reconcile? It's not just a shadow, but a life I left behind, the person I am yet most despised. Well, is this all I am? And all I ever was, all that he has won, is all that I have lost. Won't you hear me out, Gabriel? Can't you see the shape I'm in? Just don't leave me alone. Just don't leave me alone. It's all I am, and all I ever was. All that he has won is all that I have lost. Won't you hear me out, Gabriel? Can't you see the shape I'm in? Just don't leave me alone. Just don't leave me alone.
So before we let you go, do you want to let people who are tuned in know where they can next see you live?
Sure. Well, we're playing tonight at Music Hall of Williamsburg,
We're in DC tomorrow.
DC tomorrow. Then 2 days later, we're in Atlanta,
Yeah.
then Nashville,
And Dallas.
then Dallas, then Houston, then Austin,
And
and then that's
That's
that.
Perfect. Well,
Yeah.
thank you so much for being here. We really appreciate it.
Thanks so much for having us. It's been awesome.